Free sale. Free installation, free design, and free financing. Call or schedule online today. 773-783-8300. Call Galaxy. Ocean's Black. Does anybody want to be part of this? Well, Chevy has a better way.
Hello, people. It's Steve. It is Tuesday, November 17th, 2015. Did a video last night reading old stupid Facebook posts that I wrote, part 3. I'm gonna do possibly 4 or 5 more parts of it, because I still have a lot more stupid posts that I wrote to go, and I'm not gonna do it in this video. I'll probably do part 4 either later this week sometime or next week or whenever. In this video, I'm gonna talk about something really stupid that I did when I was 8 years old in 2005. Now I probably told you about this already in my 2005 video I made a week ago or whatever, but if I didn't, well, yeah, I did, but I'm gonna tell you. I didn't tell all the story. I only told a little chunk of it, but okay, this was the spring of 2005. Early spring of 2005. I was on spring break, I remember. I was in 2nd grade and I was on spring break. And what I did was I prank called 911. I prank called 911 because I thought it would be funny. Now, yeah, this was 2005, this early spring of 2005. One night, I remember I was talking to my friend Adrian on the phone, and then we had to hang up or whatever, so hung up the phone, and I was so bored after that, and my dad was in the living room playing video games, so he didn't know what the hell I was doing, and so I was bored, and I decided to prank call people because I thought it would be funny. I just dialed random numbers and called them and made weird noises and then hung up, and I was laughing. I remember I prank called Luna Carpet. I remember prank calling Best Buy, and probably a couple other numbers. And then the last number I called, I decided to prank call 911. I thought that would be really funny, so I went ahead and did it. Got the phone, I dialed 911, pressed call, and then it rang, and then the operator said, 911, what's your emergency? And right after the operating lady said that, I made these weird noises like and then I hung up. You know, and I thought that was funny. I thought it'd be really funny. I thought that was really funny. After I hung up, I was laughing so hard for I just thought that was funny. I laughed so hard until 5 minutes later when the police officers came to my house. The cops came to my house. I went to the living room, and then there were these flashing lights outside our house, and my dad saw it, and he was wondering what was going on. And at first we both thought maybe the cops were just chasing somebody, and he went the wrong way, and he was making a U-turn in our parking lot. But he just parked in our parking lot, and then he banged on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Open up! Open up! And then my dad he was wondering what the hell was going on. He didn't know what I was doing. He was too busy playing video games. He wasn't even watching what I was doing. He didn't know what the hell I was doing. And so after that, my dad, he didn't know. So he opened the door, and the cop said, "Who's calling 911?" And then my dad looked at me and he yelled at me. He realized I called 911 and he yelled at me, "Go to your room!" So I went to my room. I didn't cry or anything, but I was like scared. And the cop yelled at my dad for being irresponsible or whatever. He yelled at him for being an irresponsible parent. And that's all. He didn't get arrested. Luckily, none of us got arrested, but I didn't know that would happen. You know, I was a stupid 8-year-old. You know, all little kids are stupid. We all do stupid things and end up learning from it. And, you know, I'm not the only one who did that. I'm sure a lot of kids, I heard stories, a lot of kids did that, dialed 911 and shit for no reason. You know, but, you know, I didn't know that would happen. I didn't think that the cops would come to my house and you can get in trouble for that. I just didn't think that would happen, so I just did it and thought it would be funny, and I learned my lesson. You know, if you prank call 911 for no reason, if there's no emergency and you dial 911, like prank call them or call them for a stupid reason or for no reason, they'll come to your house. They'll come to your house and shit, and you get in a lot of trouble for that. And I didn't know that would happen, but it did. And none of us got arrested. I didn't get arrested, obviously, because I was 8 years old. I didn't know better. My dad didn't get arrested, but he got yelled at for being irresponsible. And, you know, but luckily I was 8. If I was like older, like a teenager or an adult or an age where I should know better not to do that, I probably would get arrested. I probably would have been the one that would get arrested, you know? You know, it's not really good to dial 911 unless there's an actual emergency. You should only dial 911 when there's a real emergency. And, you know? And I remember the next day when I woke up, my dad was at work, and my mom, when she first saw me that morning, she yelled at me, "Steve!" But she also thought it was funny and then laughed. She's like, "Steve!" She yelled at me and laughed. She kind of thought it was funny, you know? Because, you know, she was at work the night before when I dialed 911. My dad was home playing video games and my mom was at work, so she didn't get yelled at. But, so obviously, she's not the one that got in trouble by the cop, so she thought it was funny. My dad didn't think it's funny because he got in trouble for it. But yeah, I learned my lesson. Never call 911 unless there's an actual emergency, because they can track your house, they can find your, you know, where you live, and you can get in big trouble, possibly arrested. So yeah, prank calling in general is not good. You know, I remember in 2010 I prank called this one number because I thought it'd be funny. I kept prank calling the same number, a random person or whatever, and they ended up calling the cops on me. And the cops didn't come to my house or whatever, but the sheriff called my phone and warned me if I called the number again, I'll get in really big trouble. So yeah, it's not good to prank call in general, but especially not 911. And if you're a parent or whatever and you have not taught your kids not to call 911 unless there's an actual emergency, please do so. Please tell your kids not to dial 911 unless there's an actual emergency, because, you know, if they do, if you don't tell them, they might actually do that and you'll get in trouble. You'll be the one, because you'll be the one held responsible because for being a bad parent, not watching your kid what they're doing. So yeah, I remember my cousin Megan did that once, I believe. She did that once too, dialed 911 for no reason because she thought it would be funny. But yeah, so yeah, this is my video of a story of when I dialed 911 for no reason. I thought it'd be funny at first, but obviously wasn't funny after, and I learned my lesson. And yeah, remember I heard a story, this one girl or whatever, she dialed 911 because she wanted McDonald's. I saw that in the newspaper a long time ago. And What other dumb 911 calls? This one lady, she dialed 911 because McDonald's was out of chicken nuggets. Yeah, it's not really the best. How can McDonald's even be out of chicken nuggets? They should have everything all the time, you know? But yeah, see you later, guys. Goodbye. Don't dial 911 unless there's an actual emergency. If you're a kid watching this, yeah. There's my warning to you kids if you have not done it. Don't do that.